Okay, so as we're starting off, just finding that mudra, the 3 fingers, and then just resting that mudra anywhere in your lap and your thighs. And closing your eyes here, finding that comfortable position. And so this mudra is Trishula mudra, and it helps us to balance and open up the 6th chakra, or ajna, the third eye. And the third eye, ajna, is the center of command, and it's located in between your eyebrows. The main theme of this energy center is developing a vision of unity behind all of our questions, our doubts and our dualities. And the vision of unity allows us to discern clearly between our limitless true self and the limited personality. And before the awakening of the third eye, we tend to see all of life as a play of opposites: success and failure, loss and gain, tension and conflict. And we may move beyond duality through awakening the wisdom and clarity that we come to see life's ups and downs as a process of exploration and learning that ultimately leads us to vision and clarity. And so just take a few moments as you're coming into this mudra just to reflect and see how you're feeling today as you come onto your mat. Begin to deepen your breath. And taking your breath into your Ujjayi breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through the back of your throat with your lips gently sealed. Our yoga practice gives us a daily experience of the power of connection. We come to the mat fresh from a culture that teaches us that safety is found in separation and disconnection. But to rely on disconnection for protection is to rely on falsehood. As Martin Luther King said, "Truth pressed to the earth will rise again." Deep within ourselves, we know the truth. We know that we are all connected and that we are part of something larger than ourselves. But our unwillingness to honor that connection creates intolerable tension. We all carry this tension within us to some degree. When we step on our mats, that tension is manifested in our relationships with our bodies. The body at the beginning of the practice is a catalog of inadequacies. My shoulder's hurting today. I haven't been getting enough sleep. My legs are really tight. I haven't been here for 2 weeks. I'm feeling really out of shape. We arrive on our mats with a devalued body. And as we practice yoga, the intelligence of our minds enter into an ancient dance with the intelligence of our bodies. We become integrated once again as we experience the power of connection. And take a few more breaths here to set an intention or a dedication for your practice. Drawing that intention or dedication into the heart space. Then keeping that non-dominant hand in that mudra, that 3 fingers released, and take your dominant hand so that your first 2 fingers touch your third eye and between your eyebrows. Thumb and ring finger come to either side of your nose. And start with a round of breath, taking an inhale and exhale the air. And as you inhale, close the right nostril, inhale left. Closing both, open the right, exhale. Inhaling through the right. Closing both, exhale left. Inhaling left. Closing, exhale right. Inhaling right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Then release the breath control. Wait for your next inhale, sweep both hands up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, twist to your right. Wait for your inhale, come back to center, sweep the arms up. And then exhale to your left. Inhale, sweep the hands up, come through center. And exhale to the right. Inhale through center. And exhale to the left. This time, inhale, come through center. And as you exhale, come to the right and hold. Stay here for a couple breaths. Deepen your twist. Checking that you're still sitting up nice and tall. On your next inhale, come back to center, sweep the hands up, and then exhale to the other side. Drawing the navel in, crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. On your next exhale, release your twist. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, place that right arm down, take a side bend, reach through the left hand. A couple big breaths, open up in between the ribs. You can bring your gaze up or down, whatever is feeling better for your neck. On this next inhale, come through center, extend your arms. Exhale to the other side. On this next inhale, come through center, extend both arms. Spread your fingers really wide. Exhale, make fists, draw the elbows in, press your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift the arms, look up, spread your fingers wide. Exhale, draw in, elbow towards your chest. Inhaling to lift, and exhale to lower. Inhaling to lift, and exhale to lower. Take two more. Inhale, lift, and exhale. And last time, inhale, lift, and exhale. And releasing the hands down, come into a tabletop position. If you need to pad your knees here, you can grab any support. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. We'll start with a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to pull the belly down. And exhale to round the spine. Inhaling to pull the belly down. And exhale to round. And take a few more rounds of breath, moving with your breath here, creating that moving meditation. Exploring maybe 3 more rounds with your breath. And on this next inhale, take this into some hip circles. So moving right at that joint, moving in a counterclockwise direction to start. Using that inhale, come halfway around your circle. Exhale to complete the circle. Take one more time around. And once you get to the top of the circle, pause and change directions, moving in that opposite direction. Inhale, come halfway around. And exhale to release. And as you're finishing this next circle, once you get to the top of that circle, stay there. Then start by extending the left toes to the back of your mat, right fingers to the front of your mat. And if you want to ground your practice, then keep the fingers and toes on the ground. Otherwise, you can lift the arm and the leg off the ground. So right arm and left leg. Spend a few moments, strong core, reach through the fingers, whether they're on the ground, or the toes are on the ground, or the arms are lifted. Take 3 more strong breaths. And on this next exhale, go ahead and lower that arm and that leg down. Then inhale, extend the left arm and the right leg. And you can start with the toes on the ground if you'd like, lifting that arm and leg off. Strong breath. And this next exhale, set the arm and the leg back down. Walk your hands forward as you come into puppy pose. Bringing your forehead towards the ground, maybe it touches the ground. Bring your chin onto the ground. Take several breaths and start breathing into the sides of the room, standing in between each breath. Feel you have a bit more space here, start drawing the chin down towards the chest. One more big breath. On your next exhale, to your chest, walking your hands back. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. And extend those right toes towards the back of your mat. Drop that right heel to the ground. Rotate that left leg out to the side. As you inhale, open up to that supported side plank. If you like, you can stay here in supported side plank. If you like, lift that right leg off the ground. Maybe you want to come into a full side plank, bringing both legs to the back of your mat. It's your choice. Work wherever you're at. If you want a little bit more for the sides of your body, start reaching those right fingers forward. Maybe you're taking a couple circles with your shoulder here. Really open up into the chest, into the ribs. Several deep breaths. On your next exhale, back to that tabletop position. And we'll change sides. So extending those left toes to the back of the mat. Drop that back heel. Rotate the right ankle out to the side. Inhale, open up with your left arm. Take whatever variation you took on the other side. So you're coming into that full side plank. Maybe lifting that left leg. Finding that reach. Breathing. Using your next exhale, your time to come back to that tabletop position. Separate your knees and press back towards child's pose. Arms can extend forward if you'd like. Shoulders need a break. Hands behind you. Take a few big breaths here. Waiting for this next inhale. Start to lift your chest. As you come up, look back towards that comfortable seat. Bring the soles of the feet together. I'm going to start by sliding your heels a little bit closer towards your body. Finding that nice long spine. Take your inhale to lift, and as you exhale, fold over the legs. You can use your elbows to either start pressing into your thighs if you'd like. You can bring your forearms in front of your legs and use that to help you fold just a little bit deeper. Wherever you're at, try to take that grounding. So if you really find yourself kind of grounding in your mid-back, focus on reaching, lifting, and lengthening. And as you're breathing, start to soften and let go of the gripping around your shoulders. Start to soften any tension in your neck and your jaw. And on this next inhale, begin lifting the chest. And as you come all the way up, extend that right leg out to your side and the left foot to the inner thigh. Open up your chest first. You're facing your bent. Your right hand comes to the inner thigh, that inner leg. Inhale, extend your left arm. Exhale, start to fold. Take that side bend. With that right hand, you can reach towards your foot. If you'd like, you can bring that forearm to the ground. And this top arm, really start to open up your chest. Try to stack the shoulder as you reach, folding a little bit. And noticing this left leg, grounding that left hip, grounding that left leg towards the earth. If you need support here, you can always bring that blanket or pillow just underneath your support. Several strong breaths. As deep a breaths as you can into your chest and into your stomach. This next inhale, begin to lift your chest. Then take a twist. Left hand comes behind you, right hand to the feet. Start looking towards that back shoulder. And then noticing that tendency for that right hip to lift off the ground, continue to ground into that hip. On your exhale, release your twist. Bring that left hand next to your hip. Inhale, sweep that right arm. Either choosing to stay there, you can press into the heel and start lifting the hips, taking that mini back bend. Strong connection to the palms, strong reach through the fingers, regardless if the hips are lifting. On your exhale, lower yourself down if you lifted, bringing both feet back together. And this time, slide your heels even closer to your hips. So you're getting this a little bit more in your hips now. Use that inhale to lift and exhale, start to fold. And see if each time you're here, you can make this fold just a little deeper. Drawing that navel in, lengthening out the low back. And on your next inhale, begin lifting the chest and then extending that left leg out to the side. Right foot comes to the inner thigh. Ground both of your hips. Make sure you're evenly grounding into the earth. If you need that support under your knee, grab your support. Left hand comes to the inner thigh. Inhale, sweep that right arm up, and exhale, take that side bend. Moving as deep as you can keep the integrity of the pose. So start to open up into your chest and shoulder. At the same time, you're using that left forearm, that left upper arm, to press or ground into the mat or into that thigh to help you open up into your chest. Check in with your jaw, check in with your neck. And this next exhale, lifting the chest. Right hand comes next to the hip. Inhale, sweep that left arm. Either stay here with your hips grounded or lift your hips into that back bend. Really open up into your stomach, open up into the side of your body. And take one more here. On your exhale, lowering yourself all the way down. And come into that twist. Left hand to your knee, right hand behind. Looking towards that back shoulder. Checking that you're still sitting up nice and tall with both sides of your hips grounded. And this next exhale, release your twist. As you come back towards center, bring the soles of the feet back together. And this time, slide your feet further away so you have more of a diamond shape with your legs. Inhaling to lift, and exhale, take that fold. And this next inhale, begin lifting the chest. And as you come up this time, extend both legs straight out in front of you. Move the skin from underneath your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe you can start with your hands on your waist here. On your inhale, lift and lengthen. So feel that space that you're creating between the low ribs and the top of your hips. Keep the space here, and then as you exhale, start to fold forward. If you have the space to fold and keep the low back nice and long, then you can bring your hands in front of you, maybe onto your shins, maybe onto your ankles, maybe to your toes. And then notice if you start to round or tip the pelvis back, you really want to roll forward. So if it was a bowl, you want that water, whatever's in the bowl, to spill towards the front. As you take this fold, release the back of the head. Soften the chin down towards the chest. And continue to direct your breath into your stomach and your low back. Using that inhale to start wrapping the breath around into the sides of the body. And this next inhale, lifting the chest. As you come all the way up, come back to that tabletop position. And from here, either pressing into your first down dog, coming back to that puppy pose, or coming back to your child's pose. If you are coming into down dog, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, separating your feet, hip distance. You can start pedaling out your legs, maybe even swaying the hips from side to side. Start letting go of all tension in your neck. Finding length in the entire spine. And waiting for this next exhale, start walking towards the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. Releasing the back of the head again here, softening through your knees. Grabbing opposite arms, maybe the elbows, maybe the forearms. Completely let go of all weight in your shoulders. As you exhale, releasing the hands down, bend your knees even more and start rolling yourself all the way up to stand. Bringing the hands to heart center, closing your eyes. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. In your inhale, sweep both hands up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, drop that right arm down. Take a big side bend here. Inhale, come back to center, extend your arms. And exhale to change sides. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, drop that right arm and side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale through center. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one here. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step back with your left leg, warrior one. Separate your feet so that you can bend deeply into your right knee. Straighten out the back of that left leg and start to turn on your left hip. Notice your hips here, notice your chest, start to square your hips, shoulders, low ribs towards the front. Then extending your arms towards the sky, bend your elbows, come into cactus or field goal arms. So you have your arms in that 90-degree angle. Engaging the upper back, engaging the shoulders. Soften with your breath. Take another inhale here, and with control, find your drishti, your focal point. See if you can step into that right foot as you come into tree pose. Kickstanding below or above your knee, doesn't matter. Come into your tree pose here. If you need that stability in the pose, arms can come back to your hips. Otherwise, see if you can keep your arms extended. Another breath to lift and lengthen. I'm waiting for this next inhale. Slowly step back into warrior two. Bending deeper into that right knee. Reaching strongly in opposite directions. Inhale, flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse. Right hand to the sky. Keep a deeper bend in the knees, straightening out that left leg, grounding into the outer heel. On your next exhale, come forward. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Reach your left fingers forward. Strong breath. Use this inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reverse. Right hand to the sky. On your next inhale, come back to center. And exhale, forearm to your thigh. Take another big breath here. On your exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Drop your back knee on the ground, so your left knee is on the ground. Heel toe that right foot just a little bit wider. And you can stay here for your lizard if you'd like. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can start opening that right knee out to the side. Maybe you're pressing that right knee away. Maybe you're reaching the right hand towards the sky. Maybe you're working towards a bind if you'd like. Bending that left knee, reaching for your foot or your ankle with your right hand. Just spend a few moments breathing into that right hip. Wait for this next exhale. Take your time, release the bind if you're in it, help that leg back towards the center. And then stepping back, you can take a vinyasa if you'd like. You can press right back towards a child's pose, or if you'd like to come right into a down dog. Option for down dog. Inhaling through the nose, and exhale, let it go. And again, inhaling through the nose, and exhale, let it go. On your next exhale, move to the front of your mat, come into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step back with your right leg, warrior one. So left leg stays forward. Start squaring everything towards the front, bending deeply into your left knee. Once you have the chest, the low ribs, the shoulders, extending your arms towards the sky. Notice your breath. Bending your elbows, come into those cactus or field goal arms, 90-degree angle in the elbows. See if you can expand your breath in that chest and upper back, creating more space between the shoulder blades and the spine. And with control, wait for that inhale, step into your left leg, come into your tree pose. Foot can kickstand below or above your knee, your choice. Find a position that you can stay balanced and focused. Find a position that allows you to connect deeper with your breath. Hands can come to the hips. Arms can continue to extend towards the ceiling. And with as much control as you came into the pose, wait for that inhale. Step back with your right leg now, warrior two. Give yourself a couple breaths if you need to get there. And then check out your alignment. Hips are squared towards the side. Left knee is bending deeply. You should see your big toe just to the inside of your left knee. Extend your arms. And your inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, reverse left hand to the sky. Keep a deep bend in the knee as you reverse your warrior. Inhaling here, and on your exhale, forearm to thigh. Reach that right hand forward. As you're coming forward in your warrior, grounding into that outer right heel. Use your next inhale, comes through center. Exhale, reverse, left hand to the sky. Waiting for your next inhale, come back to center. And exhale, forearm to thigh. Take another deep breath. And on your exhale, bring both hands down towards the mat. Drop that right knee on the ground. Heel toe that left foot just a little bit wider. If you are staying here in your lunge, just keep your hands on the ground. If you're opening up that inner thigh, start rotating that leg outward, left leg outward, finding that razor's edge of that left leg. Your left hand can come to your knee, your left hand can come to your hip. Maybe you're taking that twist, maybe reaching the left hand towards the sky, or taking a bind. Just spend a few moments. Notice the tension in your body. Continue to breathe into the tension. Wait for this next exhale. Release the bind if you're in it. Take your time to slowly come out of the pose, either stepping back towards your child's pose, stepping back into a vinyasa, or coming right into your down dog. Take a few breaths just to flow, or a few breaths to find that stillness. Inhaling through the nose, and exhale, let it go. On this next inhale, we're going to come into pigeon on the right side. So bringing that right knee behind your right wrist. If this is not a good position for you, so if you come into this position with that left leg extended, if this is not a good position for your knee for some reason, maybe your hip or your back, you can come onto your back and cross that right knee on the left knee. Maybe it's enough to press the knee away, opening up the hip. If you do have the space, you can draw that left leg in towards your chest. Maybe using that right elbow to open your thigh. If you're coming into pigeon, it's okay for your knees start to fold over your leg. If you find that that hip is really high, you do have a blanket or a pillow. You can support yourself in the pose. And take a moment just to scan. Notice where the tension is coming back to the body. On your next exhale, take your time to slowly come out of your pose. Whatever you need as you're moving out of pigeon. If you're on your back, you can always draw both knees in towards your chest, maybe take a twist or a happy baby. If you were in pigeon folding forward, you can step back for down dog, you can flow through a vinyasa, maybe child's pose or a couple of hip circles here just to loosen everything back up. Spending another 4 breaths, finding whatever you need before we all move into a down dog or a child's pose. Just take your time to get to either one. And we'll start moving towards pigeon on the other side. So bringing that left knee behind your left wrist. And again, if this is a position that doesn't work for your body for any reason, your knee, your hip, your back, then take that modification on your back. So each side is a little different. If you had an injury on one side, modify for the injury. And sometimes we come into our practice assuming things are going to be a certain way. So if that's the case today and this doesn't feel good for you, then just move on to your back to modify. And on your next exhale, take your time to slowly come out of the pose. If you need any final poses here for that balance in that left side before you move on to your back, here's your opportunity. If you need that final vinyasa, if you need a final seated forward fold, if you'd like that final down dog, anything you need just to stretch out that left side, balancing it with the right. And then as everything is starting to come back to balance, then move on to your back and draw both knees in towards your chest. As you're coming onto your back, knees draw in, taking a final twist of your choice over towards that right side, any twist that you like. As you inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take that twist to the other side. On your inhale, come back to center. And start to set yourself up for your meditation. You have those extra props there if you'd like that support under your head or if you'd like to cover your body. Finding a little bit of warmth. And just make sure whatever position that you're in is one that you're comfortable in, one that you can stay in for the duration of your meditation. So if you'd like to take this seated, you can. You can always be on your back. And taking that final scan of your body, let go of all effort in your body. Take several breaths here just to tune in to the feelings and the sensations from your practice. Directing your awareness back to your third eye, in between your eyebrows. That center of intuition beyond all dualities. With each inhale, start to bring that breath or that energy into your third eye. Each exhale, soften the forehead, the rest of the face and the jaw. And as you focus on your third eye space, start to imagine two violet petals unfolding, softening in synchrony with your breath. As these petals unfold naturally, feel a deeper sense in your ability to unite and connect with life beyond duality. Allowing any doubts, questions, searching at this level of our personality to be completely resolved. So spending a moment here to bring to mind any question or doubt or issue in your present life. Taking several breaths to reflect on this question, acknowledging that there may be many ways of seeing beyond the habitual solution. From this logical perspective, start to envision one possible direction for the issue. Whatever issue you're exploring. Inquiring deeply as to how this direction would support your life's journey. Then from a more intuitive perspective, begin to reflect on a different point of view. Looking at this issue, this situation or experience more holistically. Taking into account anyone and everyone's perspectives and feelings. Begin to inquire how this direction would support your life's journey. Continue to remain present, witnessing both possibilities without judgment or analyzing. cultivating a space of non-duality in which insight can naturally arise. And take a moment to allow this insight to awaken from within. Envisioning a path that integrates both your logical and intuitive polarities. Revealing that vision of unity. Allowing your breath and your awareness to rest at the third eye. Experiencing clarity beyond all duality. And begin to deepen your breath. Slowly coming back to your awareness. Bring some small movements into your fingers and your toes. And start to roll around the wrists and the ankles. And as you're ready, extending your arms and take a full stretch. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale, audible sigh through the mouth. And if you're on your back, rolling towards one side. Coming back to that intention that you set at the start of your practice. And making your way to a comfortable seat. Closing the eyes once you're there, bringing the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Bowing into yourself in gratitude for taking this time for you. Knowing that where we are right now is exactly where we need to be. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Om Shanti Peace. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. I'll unmute you.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Thanks for coming. Nice to see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hope to see you soon.
And